Hey guys, and welcome to the Future of Dungeon Quest. This is for 2024 this year. They just came out with a roadmap, and so I'm going to just show you a little bit about what's going to happen. So I know what this is on everybody's mind right now. What is going to happen with Excalibur right here? They didn't say anything, so we have no idea. We don't know if there's going to be a rune or anything. So this is their roadmap that they have for right now. They have improved XP rates, and so they're going to be changing some of the XP for the different dungeons to balance it out just a little bit more. And then they're going to be doing a dungeon retry. So this is something that where you don't have to come back to lobby every single time. But the thing is that you can't join the dungeon while people are in, so you will have to come back to pick people up. But there is going to be a dungeon retry, so this is kind of a nice feature that they're adding. And then they have a cross-server party finder, which I will show you a little bit more of what it is. It's not quite working right now as far as I can see, but this is going to be really nice to be able to find people. And then they're going to have a new look and functionality for many menus, and so they've already kind of changed for the play button right now, the UI. And so you're going to kind of see everything kind of slowly change over time with this. And then they have a banking system that's going to be implemented where you don't have to have 50 alts to have all your items that you hoard. But you'll be able to have a banking system, and maybe there'll be game passes to add more slots, I'm not sure. But then there's going to be an improved leaderboard system, and before it's just kind of been like if there's been two players that are like level 250, it's kind of by chance which one actually makes it on the leaderboard, so I think they might be changing it where whoever has the highest XP that is that level, they will be on the leaderboard. So they're just going to make some little improvements on the leaderboard system, maybe add some as well. And then with Winter Outpost, they're going to be revamping that, just like they did with Desert Temple, and so they're going to be doing some of the lower dungeons. I'm not sure how many, but they're going to work on Winter Outpost this year. And then they're going to be improving the inventory, so you can be able to find things just a little bit easier, not just have everything on one page. So this will be a little bit nicer. Hopefully they'll be able to separate things out, like your gear and your weapons, so you can be able to find things and switch them quickly, or be able to sell them a little bit better. And then they're going to be adding some new consumables and boosts. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to be adding for these, but you could just look for them and see what they're going to be adding. And then there'll be multiple characters per accounts that you can have. So this is an option, just kind of like World Zero. Like when you start up, you could be able to add a different one. If you wanted to try like Warrior or Mage, or even do a Noob to Godly, you could be able to have those different accounts and be able to kind of start over if you want to. Rather than creating another Roblox account. So that's kind of a nice feature too, especially those who like to do Noob to Godly. And then we have the 130 new level dungeon. And this may or may not happen. I am not sure. When they came out with the announcements, it did say that it was redacted, but I know that people do not like to grind raid bosses. And so this would be something nice for people to grind to be able to level up. So if they do a new dungeon for level 130, that would be great for people starting. And then, of course, they're going to be doing tons of bug fixes and performance improvements. And this is just normal for any game. So they're just going to be fixing things that they needed to do before, and then things as they go along. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the new UI. You can see right here. So when I join, or when I create a party, you can see that it's kind of really big and takes up the whole entire screen. It really doesn't need to be this big, I don't feel like. This is probably the size that I'd rather prefer, with just a little bit of checkboxes. But it has max players that is a little bit different, and you can also click play solo to start it off. But this is where the party looks like. You could edit the party, or you could disband the party right there. And so when you edit it, you can change the dungeon, you can change anything, but you have a 30-second cooldown to that as well. And here is the find party, where you can find the global or a different server or friends. And so you should be able to filter by this, but I tried a few times to kind of look for things, but nothing worked. And so I'm sure they'll be working on the bug fixes and things with this. But that's kind of like what the UI looks like right now. They changed the look of the dungeons here. But also they have the Legacy Desert Temple, which I think only the OG people can be able to play. I don't know if anybody else can see these when they're just starting out. But they've changed the Desert Temple, and then they're going to be working on the Winter Outpost. And possibly even go up to like Underworld. I'm not sure if they'll choose to do more of those, but I know they're working on Winter Outpost right now. And so I can't imagine them going past King's Castle or Underworld, because the rest of these dungeons look really good. And so hopefully they won't go through and do every single dungeon, but just maybe like a one or two, because I know everybody is waiting for a new dungeon for this. And everything else with the UI right here is just the same for the cosmetics and for the shop. And we also still have the 40% off from 2022 from Black Friday. So if you want to get those deals right now, then those are available still in 2024. But this is just kind of like what's going to happen for this year. So look for these updates and hope you have fun, and I will see you guys next time.